got a massive game ahead. Number 8 Louisville traveling to number 7 Clemson. Like we stated earlier, both coaches have played each other last season, with Eljefebigrump coming out on top, 37-35, both at different teams last season. I think we're going to kind of get a similar matchup going into this game. I think it's going to be high scoring, just like they stated earlier. You could see a 40-point game here on both sides of the football. But when I look at both teams, I know Clemson's very hot right now. Eljefe's got his team rolling really well. Great run game, great defense on that side. So, but yeah, when you go look at Louisville, though, they have a big win over Notre Dame earlier this season, and I think that just kind of like propelled them to that next step to compete with a Clemson team. This was a team I had on my radar preseason when we were drafting, and I think Louisville right here comes into Clemson and gets a massive win here and propels them to that elite level to compete for a national championship. So I'm going to Louisville here in a big game.
It's a bold pick, but it makes sense. I get it. You know, Louisville has done a lot. That Notre Dame game is definitely worth mentioning. It's not just a good win, but it was a big win. The game was not close, and they turned around and smacked SMU the following weekend. Having said all that, have you seen the Clemson defense? Have you played Eljefe? Have you seen the history of these two coaches? As much as there's part of me that wants to side with Louisville and look at the recency of what they've done, I can see them being a very trendy pick. I've got to go back to Clemson. They've got good home field advantage. They've got a battering ram at running back. And that linebacking core is full of demigods. Tigers run down the stupid hill. They win this game.
This is going to be a really fun game to watch. I definitely expect a lot of points. Both teams have looked great so far this season. But I think what's going to make the difference is Clemson's front seven and being able to get pressure, specifically the front four. So much easier, as mentioned earlier. You have a defensive line and you can just rush 3, rush 4, and know that you can get to the quarterback or get around him and start to crowd him and make him panic. At some point, Clemson will find a way to get pressure. It may be an incomplete pass on an overthrow. It may be a rush throw for an interception, but that I think will end up making a difference in the game late. And I've got Clemson winning on a late stop to hold on to win.
Man, I feel like me and Sammy are opposite every single time. I agree with most of everything you said. But I think Louisville. I think what he's doing. I think he's been the most impressive coach of the season so far. Obviously Jiggy's undefeated with Oklahoma, but I mean, who didn't think he was going to be undefeated? So I don't think anybody. Maybe a couple people thought he would beat Notre Dame, but I mean, he is impressive. Winning very easily. I mean, I think he beat another team. He beat Miami maybe by 20. I mean, he's beating everybody. He's playing unbelievable football. I know it's at Clemson. I know that roster's good, but my man Eljefe, he said that if it gets to a throwing game, he don't like his chances, and I think he's going to do kind of what we talked about with Genty. He's going to hold Mafe a little bit. You know, you're not going to stop him, but if you hold him, then you got to throw the ball because I can tell you this, Louisville's going to score. They're going to score a lot. So if it comes down to a throwing game, I like Louisville more. So I've got Louisville upsetting, and he's going to make a big run in the playoffs.
Man, it's hard to argue with that, Smitty. And obviously getting to know these guys over the last hour or so, I'm torn. And I've obviously being the ACC commish, I wish I could plead the fifth and just kind of pass on this game. But if I'm forced to make a pick, I think all things equal, again, I mean, we talk about it. It is a thing in this game, and I hope EA fixes it. But home field advantage is just huge in this game, and I think it's a little too much for Louisville to overcome. And I love Eljefe's running game. I think Mafa is just a beast, and I think he's one of those guys. He's one of the few guys that even though you know it's coming, you can't stop it. And I think that's enough to give Eljefe the advantage in the win here.
Who's going to win?
Oh, I didn't know you guys wanted me to chime in on my own game, but
Heck yeah.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. I've been telling Kemp all week that he's probably gonna come out on top. I mean, he's just really good at offense. I don't know how I'm gonna stop it, but I'm gonna just everything on the line here.
What about you, Cam? Well, how do you see the game playing out?
I know Eljefe's trying to be modest, but I'm a bet on myself, and I think I'm gonna come out with the win here. I like my chances offensively, and I feel like my linebackers, they've been playing exceptionally well, especially TJ Quinn with over 70 tackles. And my D line, people may not know, but Thor Griffiths has had an amazing season, so I'm gonna go with myself on this one.
There you go. Are you two playing after the game? Or after the show?
As long as the PS5 servers is, acting right, we should be good to go.
We had some fans.
Looks like they're up.
We had some fans in the audience. We had some fans in the audience that were wondering if you guys were going to play after the show. For me, I think the biggest difference maker in the game is going to be Clemson. I think that their front seven is going to make the difference in the whole game. They're going to force Louisville into a couple mistakes. You're probably going to see a big play on the defensive side of the ball from a Jaden Lucas cornerback. I think he's going to make a big play, potentially score a touchdown that's going to flip the game. Home field advantage will play a big part of the second half of the game, with Louisville trying to move the ball and throw the ball. And so I have Clemson winning a close game.